Welcome back, Full Heel Podcast. I am your host, Rafael Chairez, the host of the Full Heel Podcast. Before I get into it, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button right under the screen, wherever it is. Hit that little bell. Go ahead and subscribe on the audio platforms, Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, all that good stuff. And tell your friends about it. And share this link right now on YouTube so people can join us. Just like my buddy today has joined me once again, but today on a Friday. What's going on, Ryan?
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
You just have a brain malfunction?
Yeah.
All right over there. How do I call for an ambulance in Canada? What do I call?
It's Friday over here.
What Mounties do I call, Ryan?
I'm all confused over here. What day is it? What time? Where am I? Who?
Yeah. No, Ryan's busy on Sunday, so we're gonna bring you this episode early. We're not gonna leave you guys without an episode. Ryan wanted to watch some wrestling, and I wasn't gonna do anything today besides smoke weed and probably watch the build-up. So I'm just gonna skip the build-up. The build-up sucked anyway. It was possibly the worst pay-per-view of all time. It was Mabel versus Diesel at Summerslam 1995.
Although that jackhammer that Mabel took was fantastic.
People want to blame Diesel, and sure, go ahead. I'm not going to say don't blame Diesel, but when you give him a main eventer in Mabel that you kind of just threw together out of nowhere because you're like, he's a big guy, let's give him King of the Ring. And then the pay-per-view after that, he's facing the World Heavyweight Champion because he won King of the Ring. I don't recall that was a stipulation in my time of watching wrestling. I was really young at this point, but
I think that was the first. I think it kind of became a yearly thing. Sometime after that the King of the Ring would get a championship shot. I don't know if Austin got one or Triple H, but I know eventually like Brock Lesnar got one and all that stuff. So
okay, well I could see Brock, but Mabel,
that was they needed the big monster because I think when they came into it they were baby faces. They weren't bad guys that when they first came in.
They were men on a mission, right?
Yeah, they were just like I don't want to say goofy.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to say they were the goofy rap gimmick, but
they were like
for
the
lack of a
public
better
enemy
term,
of ECW.
Yeah, that's probably the best way of how to put it. And yeah, they turned him heel and just because I think they had him break Undertaker's face, or he actually broke Undertaker's face.
I think he faces Undertaker in a dark match. Is it going to lead up to that, or is that Kama? Am I wrong on this?
Not sure. I just remember that at some point he does like a leg drop on Undertaker's face and it breaks his orbital bone. Mm-hmm. Viscera, Mabel, whatever you want to call him, he wasn't the tightest of workers.
Okay, actually, it's a dark match here. No, is it? No, it's a regular match. I don't know why they have two dark. This Wikipedia is really throwing me off. They have like two dark matches in front of it, and then they have. Is this on the pay-per-view?
I don't recall seeing it when I was bringing up the page.
Yeah, I thought it ended with the tag team match.
I'm pretty sure it does, but I know that WWE used to do dark matches after.
Yeah, because there has two dark matches, but then the 10th match isn't a dark match. I guess we'll just see. Who knows? But it does have Undertaker versus King Mabel here. I didn't know that was the main event. That's how much prep work went into
They
this.
probably could want to get into something else on there just because of the fact that they have all three titles going on in one shot.
Mm-hmm. Well, fuck it. If you guys haven't by now, go ahead and bring up the WWE Network In Your House 3. So if you guys haven't caught on by now, me and Ryan are watching In Your House week by week till pretty much the In Your House pay-per-view, which is coming up soon for
next Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Next Saturday, Sunday, whichever day it is.
Yeah. So this is our last one. We might get another one in that.
We'll try and squeeze one more in, hopefully.
Yeah. These In Your Houses are pretty fun.
They are.
So go ahead and bring up In Your House 3. Actually, I can get the date exact for you guys so you guys can look it up a little bit easier. September 24th, 1995.
From Saginaw, Michigan. Michigan. There's a C in there.
Yeah, so go ahead and bring that up. I have mine all ready to go. Should we just start it up?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we can. Sure, it's not that hard to find out where we're at.
Yeah.
Half the time we don't even watch the matches anyway.
Let's see. Give me 1 second for the timer.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. Should be good for that. And I'm ready to go if you want to give us a countdown, Ryan.
All right. So what's gonna be on go? So 3, 2, 1, and go.
I could have muted it. I always forget to. Whatever.
The monolith rising from the stones.
I need to learn how to do these cheap graphics. Like back in the day, these graphics were like the craziest.
Oh, that's cutting edge. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you see that new one that just...
Oh my God, they have WWF on a slab of stone. It's so
Yeah.
crazy. And it rose, dude.
Like, it was flat,
Yeah.
and then it just came out of nowhere.
You can do crazier shit on your phone nowadays.
Yeah, seriously, right? Like,
Yeah. So the main event is Yokozuna and Owen Hart defending their championships versus the two cool dudes with attitude, and not me and Ryan, but Diesel and fucking
the
HBK.
original two cool dudes with attitudes.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something, but it was just like for the title, but it was just too corny.
Right.
I don't know why they thought that was gonna be cool. Two dudes with attitude.
Yeah, especially when they were like, they're good guys now. They're not bad guys, and that the attitude era is so far away. Like, NWO is still a year away from being anything, right? Like,
Yeah. These guys haven't even left yet. Diesel's champion.
yeah.
Fucking Brett hasn't gotten screwed yet.
Jerry Lawler.
They're running around all Brett chasing them. You know who I've been seeing a lot while watching this? Hakushi.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing him that much. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't remember seeing them that much, but he's very utilized in 95, I guess, in these In Your House days.
Yeah, he was. It seems like every time that we find a show that he's on, he's so entertaining. It's just like, it's just that frustrating thing. Like, we were talking about how did Mabel and Diesel get to fight for the title, but Hakushi never got that push. Like, like, and I know it's like that stereotype that they're probably trying to get away from a little bit, but like with the Orient Express from the 80s. I mean, you had Yokozuna and Hakushi. You could easily put them together and form some kind of a tandem.
Yeah,
easily,
dude. Oh, fuck yeah.
Hakushi and Owen Hart are so interchangeable in a way with their in-ring abilities.
Got the perfect tag team. Two cooler dudes with an attitude. You could have put the championships on them. One Intercontinental champion, the other heavyweight champion. Tag
Why
team
not?
championships. Come on. It wrote itself.
That's right. Look at Jim Ross here. Oh, man.
He's so skinny and not all Bellsy yet.
Yeah, I don't want to say it.
Not all palsy yet. What is it? King is still going on about the Hearts.
Yeah,
well, always pretty much. If they're there, he's going on about them.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever really been positive with the Hearts unless it was like Owen.
Kind of like Bobby the Brain with Hogan.
Yeah, exactly. But it's weird because like Jerry Lawler was a wrestler who only had a couple of matches against Brett, but they had that weird, like, it was a long storyline. Like, he was bringing in guys to attack Brett. You would almost think that he was almost forming like the King's Court or something, like some stable, but it just never happened. Like,
yeah, especially with him and Hakushi over the weeks helping him out, trying to take out Brett. And, it does tie into the story, but they never really formed anything.
Yeah,
Cornette should have gotten involved and made that happen. That's stable.
What's up with his Savio's hair?
Wasn't I telling you last week? He didn't have it last week when we were watching. He got it back.
His hair grew a lot this week, or this. Well, I guess. Oh, okay. It was, I guess, in July.
Summerslam happened. So.
Yeah. So.
The last time King of the Ring had happened in between, and he had shaved it. So he debuted with SV in the back, and then he got rid of it for King of the Ring, and then back. It was back.
Well, first impressions, you want to make yourself look good.
Yeah.
I love that Tito Ortiz style flag, though.
The double.
Yeah.
So his debut, for those people that haven't been watching, was
dancing. Oh, God.
at In Your House 1 for Razor Ramon. And here is the original Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, Waylon Mercy.
Yeah, a lot of people say that this character inspired Bray.
Yeah, he was taken from Cape Fear.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen that movie back, there was one from the '60s, and then they did a remake in the early '90s. And this guy it's almost like that Sideshow Bob when they're on the Simpsons on the houseboat.
I've never heard his promo. Super hick sounded like a little bit.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like just a convict that's out of jail or something like that, and just out for revenge.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt can ramble. That guy's good at it.
Yeah, he's great at it.
Savio, yeah, you're fucking dancing.
I love that Waylon Mercy has the black hair style of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. No hot dog skin though.
No hot dog skin.
Damn, that fucking that Sixth Sense Savio's got predicted the heel Waylon was gonna take him from behind.
No, he's from Puerto Rico, man. Like, you know.
See, I always hear that Bruce and Conrad and other people talk about Waylon and how he was out of his era, or he'd come around way too old with this gimmick anyway to even make it work if he could have.
Yeah, they said like the promos saved the character, but if he had been in the WWF 10 years earlier, he could have been really big, but he was just a little too old at this point.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell by his wrestling, it's kind of
he's moving stiff. Yeah, he can barely run.
Yeah, even when they Irish whip him, it's not looking that great. Like
he kind of had like the Frankenstein walk when he went to go in club style to start the match.
Yeah, kind of trotted at him like.
So Savio didn't know that he heard him coming. He's like, I better move.
Yeah, is that a horse? Of course.
Yeah. I like the band-aids on his arm.
What is on his forehead? Because it wasn't a cross, right? It was just like a line.
I thought it was like a knife of some kind, or like a dagger.
It's a knife. That's what you should have said, Ryan. You had the opening, dude. I softballed it to you. It's a knife.
Call that a knife?
I see you've played knifey spoony before. It's not a knife. That's a spoon.
Yeah, I really like this character, and I wish that like they had said like it almost ruins it when you find out that when you hear them say, "Oh, if he was doing this character 10 years earlier, it would have been unstoppable." It's like, well, no, that hurts me now because I won't have that chance to see that because it wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. Potential.
Yeah, timing's everything.
Yeah, he's a big guy too.
And that's the thing with territories, right? Like, when Vince started buying up all those territories, he just let people, like, he couldn't take everyone. So he's like, nah, you don't need you. And this guy, who knows what this guy's career could have been? Because he looks like he could have taken on Hogan, no problem.
That crazy look in his eyes.
Yeah. Undertaker is doing an interview with ESPN earlier this week, and they're talking about the time that he, jammed Hogan's neck on the tombstone. He's like, everyone came up to me, like Shane, Vince, everyone backstage, and they're like, Hogan's had never touched the mat. The mat. We don't know why he says it, that you did that.
Oh, with the chair?
Yeah. So then they get back to the Tuesday in Texas pay-per-view, and he sees Hogan. He's like, I'm talking to him. And I said to Hogan, I'm like, what? I went back, I watched it. I'm like, your head never hit the mat. He goes, no, you see, brother, what happened is you were holding me too snug. So then when you dropped down to your knee, my head couldn't go anywhere, and it locked me up. And it's like, okay, Hogan, here we go. Trying to bury the young talent before they have a chance to get started.
Slithery snake, Hogan. Trying to slither your way out of that one.
Yeah.
Can't really lie when there's fucking footage of it. Like,
well, that's it. It's like, he dropped me under my head. Like, no, he didn't.
No, you're good, Hogan. Don't bullshit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at the eyes on this guy. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I remember him, I think, because of his name more than anything. I don't
Waylon
remember.
Mercy.
I don't remember a lot of his matches.
Oh, dude, I don't remember Skinner matches until like started watching it back,
Yeah,
and he's got figures.
yeah.
Well, a Hasbro figure at least.
He's got the hang loose in his hair this time. That's what it is. That's
Oh,
what.
the
Yeah.
yeah, the other day was
Right,
SV
favor.
Nas. Yeah, no, it's that.
I didn't know that the Puerto Ricans were so big into the California culture.
Graphics in the 90s were really big in Hispanic culture. I wanted a Batman in my head so bad, and my mom would never get it for me because you'd have to go to the salons, and they'd all just tear out pictures from the fucking magazine. So
Oh, okay. Just
sometimes
like
you see the same
pencil.
ones and shit. Yeah. And like there was a kid that had like kind of almost like a flat top, but he had like the Batman shaved into the back of his head.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I all the time be like, "Mom, I want that, I want that." And Mom's like, "I hate that they fucking have that up there," because I'd go asking for it all the time, and the mom never let me get it though. I should go get it now. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's get done your chest hair.
Yeah, maybe a different one because I'm not. I like Batman. He's probably my favorite DC. It was a
Yeah,
shitty wheel kick. He's probably my favorite DC action figure. Superhero.
yeah. I'd probably put him ahead of Superman.
Superman's
And
so overpowered, man. He should be able to fucking do everything and anything ever.
yeah, it's
And
like,
and the stone fucking, oh, you're zapping my power. Get out of here, you shitty fucking red
that's
alert
why I
dude.
always loved the old. What the hell was that? That was the ugliest pin attempt I've ever seen. Uh, yeah, like I love the old Batman. Um, oh, what's his name? Adam West from way back in like the '60s and that. Yeah, and it's like, no matter who he's fighting, he just pulled. He goes, "Thank God I had this in my bat belt." And it's like, what don't you care? It's like that Simpsons thing. Think like when Krusty's the special bad guy for the week, and they have him tied to the merry-go-round, and the scene ends, and Krusty's in handcuffs. And he's like, and Batman says, "Thank God I had my carousel reversal
Spray or something like
spray
that. Yeah.
on me." And Krusty's like, "What the hell don't you have in that
Yeah.
belt?" But I mean, go back and watch the original Batman movie. Batman has he gets Robin's flying a helicopter. Batman's on a ladder. Ends up getting lowered into the water. When he comes up, he has a shark on his leg, and he's looking through his bat belt. He has like whale repellent, shark repellent, and dolphin repellent or something like that.
Why would you carry that at all?
But he
Ever?
sprays the shark with the shark repellent, and the shark just drops into the water.
Where do you
It's
get
so
that?
corny, but it's so good.
Might
That's
need some.
it.
So that running wheel kick is his finisher?
hmm Running spinning heel.
Kind of weak. Savio. What else could he have? Though? He's not like super jacked where he could slam dudes.
Yeah, I don't remember him being like so thick for some reason. I thought he was like more svelte.
That German he did earlier was kind of weak too.
Yeah. But some of the fans look CGI'd for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think you're just not used to seeing them
That's it. Yeah.
because of COVID.
That's what. Yeah. That's what it is.
Oh,
They're-
something I wanted to bring up, but I didn't. One, did you watch Wednesday AEW?
No, I haven't seen AEW yet.
Okay, so at the end of the match, or at the end of the night,
Is this the Tyson Jericho?
yes,
Okay, I saw the segment.
yeah, okay. What did you think of that?
I know what they're going for,
Yeah,
and they missed it. I think on a lot of angles.
yeah,
They're trying to rehash something that's 10 years old with Jericho and Tyson, and they're trying to recreate something that's 23 years old now, but with Tyson and Austin. And when Tyson's trying to get his shirt off, he couldn't rip his shirt off, and then he's posing. He's like making this weird face. I'm like, what? Like, what is this?
I saw a picture of Hogan that said, "Take your vitamins, brother." When they had this guy with like a half ripped shirt.
That's good. That's good. No, it's like I get it. I mean, you got to try something, right? Like you're still a new organization. You got to get names there.
Mhm.
I don't know if 53-year-old Mike Tyson and Henry Cejudo are the guys that are going to get you
Dude,
the like.
I wanted to turn off the TV so bad when I saw Henry come on. I'm like, why? Get
Well,
out of
what I
here.
saw, because like I said, I didn't watch it, so I saw the segment afterwards, and it was, oh, Sid got slopped. Ah.
Is he facing one of the Godwins right now?
Yeah, he's be facing, I think, Henry Godwin.
What a drop from fucking main event to facing a Godwin. I'm sorry, no offense to the Godwins, but they're a tag team.
Yeah, and he's going from main eventing back-to-back pay-per-views to the second match on the card.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, when I saw like Tyson Cejudo, I was like, okay, I gotta watch this. I gotta see what's going on here. And I think the worst part of the whole thing is how they keep on trying to smack talk WWE so much. Like when they're like, "Oh, that 24/7 title sure is ugly. Our titles will never look like that." Here's our TNT title, which is
It's
actually
missing the
worse.
gold, all right, Ryan. Give it a chance.
I've seen it gold. It's not any better.
I don't know what they're gonna do to add like gold.
And then they were
Change the
talking,
strap.
like Cody Rhodes saying that we want the talent to earn the titles. We just don't want we don't want the accompaniment to get the titles. Cody Rhodes gets his title. It's like, do whatever you want to do, but
Well, you didn't see them.
don't trash talk a rival company and then do the exact same thing that
You didn't
you're
see the
trash
meme?
talking them.
I don't know if I posted the meme. It was him as Homer.
Oh,
It says, yeah, I'll make myself WWE or I'll make myself AW champion. Better yet, TNT Dynamite champion. It's
that's. Well, that's like I just don't get why they're smack talking WWE so much, and then just go off and rip them off. Like if their ideas are so bad, why are you taking them?
Mm-hmm.
Like you think that Triple H shouldn't be putting himself over, but then you put yourself like. And I get it; they only have so many big names that people know about, but utilize some of these other guys that you have.
Yeah, I wonder what the slap really is. Does it
Seaman.
semen? Donkey semen? That got
That
Fear
got-
Factor canceled, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play with my Sid Vicious toy after this.
I like I like the revival. I hope that they finally get a good shot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The revival
Or
appeared
the
on AEW.
FTR.
Yeah. Yep. And they beat up the Young Bucks for those people that didn't watch.
And that's funny because like everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is so shocking." I'm like, "Get out of here." They've been asking for a release like a year and a half ago so that they could start up with New Japan and then work their ways into AEW. It's not a shock that they're there. Come on, get out of here.
What's a shock is that they didn't wait for the fans to get the pop. That's what I was shocked that they did it sooner rather than later. But they,
I guess they I don't know if they're looking at how long could it be till fans are allowed to sit in too. Like who knows, like how long till they can have like a full crowd. But when I saw someone, based off the Mike Tyson thing, someone said, "Oh, good, can't wait for next week's episode of WCW Light." It's like, I thought that was a pretty good one. I don't know.
I'm in a podcast right now. How dare you badmouth AEW? Oh my god!
It kicks in.
Look at Ted DiBiase. He's a fucking horrible heel, bro.
Or, you can say for as much as you can say
about
Sid not being like super duper reliable and wanting to leave to play softball and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say like reliable in what?
Like when you
wrestling or softball?
When you see him in the ring, Godwin let him do like the power bomb on the outside of the ring onto the mat. Like he trusted Sid, and Sid made it look pretty smooth. So.
No, Sid was good, but like you mentioned, his reliability. He'd rather go play softball or whatever he wanted to do instead of being there.
He could have been a monster heel for a number of years, getting like multiple title runs if he just stuck around instead of jumping around from organization to organization and leaving to play softball and doing all his other stuff.
Yeah, he needed to get avoiding stab too. That's a major one.
Was that Arn?
Yeah, Arn stabbed him.
Yeah.
I need to go and listen to the story over again. It's kind of confusing of what
I've
happened
heard it.
because they start in the bar, they end up in the fucking hotel rooms, and Arn stabs them. And like I thought Sid stabbed Arn, but no, it's like it's the other way around.
Yeah, because I've heard it. I've heard Arn tell it on a podcast. I've heard Tony Schiavone tell it on a podcast. I've heard it so many different ways. I feel like the story has grown so many different ways also. I think Bischoff told a story about it once.
Eric?
Yeah.
I'm back and better than ever. Sorry.
I'll be playing that song in a month's time as I stroll into the streets of Windsor.
Oh, is that what you're going to be playing when you get over there?
That's it. Just walk out of the car and just have that blaring.
Windsor was nice when I went.
Yeah,
I think it was Windsor.
If you just cross over the border, it probably was.
Yeah. That's where my cousin would have moved to, but because that's where we originally went. But then his future wife moved to Vancouver.
Ah.
And then he took off. When he left Chicago, she was in Vancouver, so he went to Vancouver.
Aw.
Yeah. So he's Mexican, born in the United States, moved to Canada.
Yeah, it's just all over North America.
Yeah. Traveling man.
Ooh, look at those teeth.
Come on, Sid, show some expression. He's just like, what? Huh?
He's like in shock. He's like, how come he didn't give up?
Yeah. It's because you're not fucking straining enough. Sell it better, you idiot. He's thinking about softball.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, 2 more weeks and I can get back on the field.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to mess up I don't want to fuck up my arms. Might pull a muscle. Double axe handles to the back of Godwin. Does he get the slop on him if Sid wins? Does he get to slop him? Probably.
I have a feeling that if Sid wins, he's still going to get slopped for. I don't know why.
Back to the camel clutch.
He loves it. Lets him relax. He can sit down, take a breather. Oof.
Godwin fighting out of it though.
I almost feel like he was supposed to like back body drop him there, and they messed up the spot.
Yeah.
Kind of
the point of the elbows to the sternum.
I love wrestling commentations like that. Right into the solar plexus. Yeah. No one talks like that. Just say he hit him in the stomach.
The sharpest point of his body, his elbow, and he hit him right in his solar plexus, knocking all the hair right out of him.
Godwin's fun, man. I miss the Godwins.
He's a big motherfucker, dude, and he can move.
He's huge, yeah. I think the worst thing that they did, though, was make them get Hillbilly Jim as their manager. Mm-hmm. That got weird.
Cause like
slop drop.
Boom. Cause Mabel, dude, he can't move. He's big, but he wrestles in slow motion and he slops out of the ring like melted cheese.
Yeah.
Like, it's no good.
That's why when you see like Yokozuna could at least move also. Like he's a big guy, but he could move in the ring.
Yeah.
Like at least he wasn't sloppy.
Mm-hmm. You know, fucking Mabel looked like he was trying to catch up to himself because his fatness was carrying him forward, and he's trying to stop the momentum.
As he punches, he leans forward too much, just like drops down.
Yeah.
Because you got to think like, you know, you got to try to make it super realistic with guys that big. Like, because this right, Mabel, you know, if he wanted to, he just had to push, just bear hug whoever, just fall forward to get the pin. Mm-hmm. No one's kicking out.
No, can't even breathe, dude. Ted DiBiase is
perfect
fucking over fucking the Godwin. Here's the power bomb and boom.
Beautiful.
What is it, the Sid bomb or just the power bomb?
I think it's just a power bomb.
The Psycho bomb. There you have it.
When I was a kid, my dad used to tell me how great $1 Million Man was as a wrestler because I only ever knew him as a manager. Mm-hmm. from my childhood, so I ended up going back and watching all this stuff from the 80s and WWE, 80s and 90s in the WWF, and why is Sid just rolling around?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like he's on fire, Ricky Bobby.
You're right. It's coming. Sid's about to get slopped by fucking Ted by accident. Watch. I see it coming a million miles away.
Or where's Phineas?
Oh, I didn't see this.
Oh,
Okay,
Bam
never
Bam.
mind.
Oh, he's gonna try and slap Bam Bam.
I thought they were gonna have a tug of war for the slop, and then Sid was gonna get slopped, but no. Bam Bam attacks, and now Kama attacks.
Kama's gonna get it.
Well, he defends Sid, but yeah, Kama's gonna get it.
Kama, the supreme fighting machine.
Someone's gonna get it.
Oh yeah, here it comes.
Bam Bam? No, it's gonna be Kama.
No, it's gonna be Ted. Godwin's gonna get the bucket.
Oh, yeah! DiBiase gets the fucking oatmeal and fruit slices bucket.
And Sid does nothing to help. Sid just walks away. He has grape stems in his hair.
Yeah. I hope that was one of Ted's cheap suits. Cheap suits.
I just love hearing the stories of the slut bucking. Like if they liked you, no problems. But if they didn't, you didn't want to get slopped. I've heard. I think I mentioned it last week. The worst slut bucket. They never said everything that was in it, but the worst slut bucket was Sunny's.
Why'd they hit her?
I think because a lot of guys like Chris Candido.
They liked Chris Candido?
They liked him, and they didn't like how she was treating him. So it's like, hey, you want to sleep with everybody in the locker room?
Yeah. Speaking of Chris Candido, he had just lost to Barry Horowitz. Likes to pat himself on the back.
Yeah.
So Barry Horowitz was a jobber, and he finally picked up a win. Finally broke the record of his losing streak or whatever.
Yeah, he was one of those. He was he would never win, and then all of a sudden he'd win a match out of nowhere, and it's just like maybe they're gonna do something with him. No.
Yeah, no, he was on a super losing streak, and they made him win against Chris Candido with Sonny on the outside. I think Sonny got involved and distracted or something, and then he just rolled him up. Likes to pat himself on the back here. It's Action Bronson actually makes a song on it about Barry Horowitz.
Does he really?
Yeah, I like to pat myself on the back. I'm just like a cat. I forget all the lyrics, but it's actually the actual. If you put in YouTube,
Barry Horowitz.
Action Bronson, Barry Horowitz, the song will come up. It's on Dr. Lecter.
So I'm pretty sure right here they're talking about Owen Hart is either hurt or is not at the arena. And so Jim Cornette wants the match canceled, but Gorilla Monsoon says you got to find a replacement.
Mm-hmm. Davey Boy Smith, right?
Yeah. It's all storyline, brother.
The British Bulldog.
Newly healed.
Arr, 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 arr.
Wrong Bulldog.
Oh, sorry.
That was the dog-faced gremlin.
Yeah, no Rick Steiner.
I keep on looking at Doc Hendrick's shirt, and I keep on thinking it's like ripped open. It's just a really shitty design.
That wasn't a loosened tie?
No, that was the design of his shirt. Yeah. Do. Lindsay, will you go out with me? Oh, please tell me. Some prepubescent teenage girl sitting at home watching WWE sees that sign. Get out of here. Come on.
Look at that cape, Ryan.
That's a glorious cape.
Yeah, the British Bulldog with this British flag cape and the
I don't get all the gold on the outside, but I like it.
Yeah, the tassels on the back.
Mm-hmm. I almost feel like he's wearing it backwards. Normally he would come out with the flag on the back.
Mm-hmm.
But boom. He's a bad guy.
They beat up Diesel prior month on Raw. Well, he helped Mabel beat up Diesel.
And that leads into the... does that lead into SummerSlam, or is that...
A month ago... SummerSlam was it?
SummerSlam would have been August. I'm just trying to figure if he turned before or after SummerSlam. But
I don't know.
But here comes Bam. This is the one thing with...
his hair.
The one thing with WWF that I always...
You see him?
I love when they would have guys come down to the ring and like Bam Bam, he was just down there interfering at the end of the match. He goes backstage. 2 minutes later, they play his music and he walks back out. It's like, just keep him in there. Just send Bulldog out.
I hate Bam Bam Bigelow face. I don't like him. I want him heel. I need my Bam Bam heel.
Yeah.
Just couldn't take him seriously, face. Oh, and we're actually, he's from Michigan, so we're in his home state.
I thought he was from Jersey.
You're probably right. I could look it up. I thought
Because
he was from
because I thought it was him, DDP, and Canyon. They were the Asbury, they were like the Asbury Park. Yeah, his finisher's the Asbury Park.
Yeah, then you're right. I thought he was from Michigan. Who am I thinking of? Some big dude from Michigan.
Rob Van Dam. Diesel.
Hakeem, the African Dream.
He's from Africa.
What? What about the Alabama Dream? Conrad Thompson.
Oh, I was thinking Bob Holly.
No, they call Conrad.
Yeah, they Conrad the Alabama
Dream. Yeah, I don't know where. George Gary.
That's his real name?
Yeah. Or George Gray. Gary. I'm dyslexic.
He looks like a Bam Bam, actually, more than a George.
Oh no, sorry, we're looking up One Man Gang.
Oh, okay.
I just assumed you were right.
One Man Gang, he was a beast and a half back in the day, that guy. He was awesome.
I caught the tail end of his character.
Yeah, I was like, for as bad as it was, the African Dream was fun when you come out there in bands and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put him with the Big Boss Man as the Twin Towers. It was a weird tag team. Oof. I'm always amazed by the agility of Bam Bam in the ring.
Yeah.
So smooth, so, like he's quick, he's fat, like
He knows he can carry his weight well.
mm-hmm. You can almost see that he was probably very like athletic and then put the weight on. Mm-hmm. He wasn't just fat and tried to like work around it. He knew his abilities as he was probably putting the weight on. Nice slam on Bulldog. That's 2 diving headbutts he's missed now.
Here, no. Bulldog suplex.
No, he's not gonna get him up, is he?
Oh!
Oh.
Suplex by Bulldog. Bam Bam's right up, no sell.
It's like Buff Bagwell at the end days of WCW.
With the no selling?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no sell whatsoever for that suplex. For as much as he sold how he was going to get him up.
Yeah. Sold that, though.
Yeah. Over the top rope goes Bam Bam.
I like the Bulldog as a heel.
Thumbs down to the crowd by the Bulldog. You watch NXT?
Not yet, no.
They had a Lions Den match.
Yeah, with Thatcher and Riddle.
Yep. And Angle as ref.
Yeah, so is he back now, or is he just?
I don't know.
Because Drake Maverick is still in that cruiserweight tournament thing.
Yeah, spoiler: Drake won that. He's in the finals. He won the triple threat match.
I think that's like the perfect storyline of the knee because people liked him a lot,
mm-hmm.
and for him to get released and then win the title, it's a good storyline that they can utilize.
Yeah, WWE smart. They saw what they had on their hands when he was released.
Yeah, and and all those guys they were released and they have 90-day no compete clauses, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of those guys they got released just to be like, listen, it's not going to be a permanent thing. We're probably going to call some of you guys back. The writing is on the wall for some, and for others, it's not. It's not so cut and dry.
Bam Bam with the headbutt. Is he getting the 3 count here? Nope. Kick out. Kick out by the Bulldog.
Bulldog.
Damn, took out his
Going
knee.
after the knee. That was weird. They had the camera right on Bigelow's face, just disappears off camera.
Yeah. So is Rey Mysterio finally retiring this Monday?
I heard that's supposed to be the start of a new angle because Seth dropped Dominic's name and they didn't edit it out, so they're saying that it's probably going to be a new story angle involving Dominic and Rey and whoever Seth's new number 4 is going to be. Because who did they just put in there with him? After
that guy that was with
yeah.
Vegas.
Filled in at WrestleMania for the tag titles there. That guy, I can't think of his name now, but
Austin Theory.
Theory.
Yep, Austin Theory.
That's right.
I think he fits better with Seth Rollins than he did with the Mexicans. It seemed like they just threw him in with the Mexicans for no reason.
Yeah.
It was a white dude hanging out with the paisas, having a Corona. He's like, I'll have a Corona. Yeah, I'll have a Corona.
He'll have a Corona. Hold the virus, right?
Yeah, hold the
Because he's
virus.
white, so he has to make a really terrible joke.
Yeah. Can I
that
have a
no
lime
one
with
laughed
mine?
at.
Get the fuck out of here. Lime with your Corona. What the fuck?
No, yeah, that was one of those ones where you could tell that, like, okay, so and so's unable to compete at WrestleMania. You get in there. Don't worry, it's not permanent. He looks around all the Mexicans, and Vince is like, "Don't worry."
Yeah, like I don't have a problem with them teaming up the Mexicans, like, but Theory does not fit that fucking.
He didn't fit that. No.
He can speak for himself. The Mexicans are with fucking Vega because they can't speak that well.
Yeah.
And it's either put a mouthpiece with them and use the mouthpiece, or have it Asuka style and just have her and just fucking never have her say anything except Japanese stuff that no one understands. Except Japanese people.
I love Asuka when she starts going off.
Yeah,
and the
I think that's awesome.
It's so, like, to me, it's so much more authentic than having her not say anything at all.
But
that didn't sound good.
But now it doesn't make sense because she's a face. Like, she went from being a heel to being a face.
Yeah.
And now she's doing the same thing. Like, before, it was like funny when she was dancing and doing and you get it because she's a heel. You know, you guys are all dumb or whatever. And then she's just speaking fucking Japanese because she doesn't give a shit. And now it's like, why are you doing this, lady?
Like, you could easily have her still screaming in Japanese and just say, "Oh, she's hyped up. Like, she's feeling you can utilize it the right way. It's just a matter of will they, which they won't."
Yeah, but they had her come out like congratulating Becky again for like this, like the 3rd week in a row.
Yeah.
Calm down, all right, lady.
You got the belt. Just take.
Yeah, you won the ladder and the fucking or Money in the Bank, or whatever.
You got your strap.
Oh yeah.
Bam Bam just tapped out. That was weird.
People's champ.
Put that eyebrow down, Millhouse. And the other one.
Remember when Bart gets the eyebrows?
Yeah.
And Marge has his teeth at one time, too.
Has what,
Can
sorry?
I have my teeth back?
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite lines from The Simpsons in all 31 years is when Bart shatters Grandpa Simpson's dentures. And Homer's like, "Okay, boy, you broke Grandpa's teeth, so it's only fair he gets to break yours."
Yeah.
Grandpa Simpson's like, "Oh, this is going to be sweet."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What does Bart say? Past the lips and over the gums. Watch out, dentures. Here I come.
Yeah.
And then he fucking...
Yeah,
he's fucking wearing them. The dog's like, ah! The dog gets freaked out by him.
So good.
You can't beat old school Simpsons.
No, you can't. I put on a couple of the seasons 3, 4 the other day and just kick back and relax. I love it.
Yeah, I do it every once in a while too.
Just enough to get a little fill.
Love it.
Yo, did you hear the Nia Jax thing?
What, that she injured Kyrie Sane?
Yeah.
No, is this like a previous one where she threw her against the turnbuckle, or is this like a new one?
No, this is taped for Monday night. So so in 2 days' time it's gonna air. And I haven't heard how serious the injury is or how bad it is, whatever, but I guess she's getting a lot of heat backstage.
Well, what's funny is she was criticizing Ronda for beating the shit out of Alexa Bliss.
What if Ken's plastic broke? My plate. Oh, the plate broke. Okay.
Bulldog in the corner.
Oh, Bulldog almost had him.
Can't get him up. Try to body slam him.
So they're basically selling the fact that he's gonna win by a body slam, right? They're kind of setting it up. He can't get him up. He can't get him up, and eventually they'll get him up and slam him somehow.
Mm-hmm. Andre Togan style.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Bam Bam.
Yeah, Bam Bam, come on, just do that. Oh shit, he killed Bulldog.
Bulldog's going to convulsions.
Yeah, he collapsed his chest. Oh, headbutt by Bam Bam.
But they're not happy with Nia Jax. I guess backstage, a lot of the competitors don't want to work with her and stuff.
Well, dude, she was complaining. Like I was saying, she was complaining about Ronda beating up Alexa Bliss, her best friend. But if she's gonna go and be unsafe too, like, how are you gonna complain about Ronda being stiff when she's new and she's a fighter and she's trying to do her best? It's time for her to get better. When your bitch ass is throwing around girls carelessly, and at first I had no problem with it because Kairi Sane did not get injured.
Like she broke her nose.
Yeah.
She has a big history of this stuff.
Yeah.
This isn't like you said earlier, the Kairi Sane into the turnbuckle. Like she didn't have her. She wasn't in the right position. Like she's. You want to criticize someone for being dangerous in the ring. You have every right to do it when you're in that same line of work.
But Lexi's her best friend, bro. She's got to stick up for her best friend.
But just make sure that, you're able to do what you said they can't. There's the power slam.
Boom. 1, 2, 3 by Bulldog. The win. It had to be uncomfortable being that big, dude.
Bulldog?
Yeah. He can't touch his back.
No.
He can't touch the mid of his back. Get scratched. I bet he's got a scratching post at home.
Yes.
For his back.
We had a self-defense teacher come in, or instructor come to my high school.
You saw me go for the American flag, that jerk?
And this guy, he's telling us, if you don't have to worry about, if some big jacked up guy that just got out of jail comes up to you with a gun, you know what all you have to do is say to him? I want you to touch your thumb to your shoulder, because you know what? That guy's arms are so big that he will be able to do it. My brain's thinking, like, if some jacked up guy that just got to jail has a gun pointed at me, last thing he's going to do is listen to anything I have to say about, hey, can you touch this part of your body?
Yeah.
I'm saying, here's my wallet. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah. Shout outs to John Smith in the chat. Owen Hart is my favorite wrestler, is what he says. Later on, they're taking on the two cool dudes with attitude. Owen Hart and Yokozuna are tag team champions right now. And I'm going to mention it once again. I have that Yokozuna figure with the 2 belts. There is no Owen Hart Mattel Elite figure, and I have come to terms with that.
I've gotten really lazy. I mean, with this whole packing thing, I guess I wouldn't say lazy, just change in.
Oh, hey, while you're at it, Ryan, if you want to pack that Stone Cold Steve Austin or just his belts, is fine.
Just the belts,
and send them over. It's fine. I'll take them. I got room for them on the display.
But I can finally set these things up.
Damn it.
No, but I haven't had a chance to watch that Dark Side of the Moon yet on Owen. But I'm hearing a lot of feedback on people saying, like, you know what? I kind of agree with Martha that he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Like. And so it's like every day there's another article or another something where people are saying, you know what, maybe she's right. If you after watching it, maybe there's more to it than and it's making me want to sit back and watch that episode and 'Cause I mean, I grew up that right.
Yeah,
I know so much about it, but there's always
I've come to
things that
terms
you
that
don't know.
I have to pay the money if I want if I want that custom elite Owen. I'll have to pay the
Right.
money.
Yeah.
And if I'm not gonna want to pay the money for it, then I better shut up then, because it's her dead husband. It's their father, and it's their memories. And if they want to keep their memories how they want to keep them, I I shouldn't be able to complain. You know.
And I find that weird because I don't know why they can't put him in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to. They don't have to go there. They don't have to acknowledge it as his family. They don't have to be there to induct him.
Yeah, I wonder when that happens.
Vince can just say like, listen, I'm putting up if they have a brick and mortar and they decide to actually put up busts of guys and he wants to put in Owen Hart, they can't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just don't have to. What are they going to do? They want to honor our husband who died.
Oh well.
Like,
See, well, that's the thing with Martha. She's like, it's not about honoring him; it's about the money for them, and I do not want them to. Pretty much, she doesn't want them to profit off of him.
and I get that. I can understand that 100%.
Because,
but if Vince wanted to put him into the Hall of Fame, he easily could. Yeah. He doesn't have to listen to them.
Because she's like, well, put him into that fake fucking Hall of Fame where they're gonna sell tickets to and make money off of the ceremony. She's like, no, I'm not going to be part of that fucking.
And you see, the hard thing too is Martha was never a fan of the wrestling business.
Yeah.
When she met Owen, she wanted him out right from the get-go. So she had a negative view of the business before anything, like, you know, decade before all of this stuff that happened with Owen happened. Yeah. So it's like, if you don't like if say I hate Michael Jordan, and you say, Ryan, like, listen, you got to watch the Last Dance. If I hate Michael Jordan with a passion and then I watch it, it's not going to change my opinion on it. And that's the other thing too that to be taken into consideration, that she doesn't view it as the fans want him to be remembered a certain way. She just never liked wrestling and thought it was a waste of time. She wanted him to become a firefighter.
Yeah. Dean Douglas, ladies and gentlemen. Mean Dean. For those of you guys who don't know who Dean Douglas is, he is the franchise of ECW. When
get this outfit.
It was Shane Douglas. He's actually taking. He's got a match with Razor. No, that's Razor.
That's Razor.
Yeah, he has a match with Razor. They have like an Intercontinental thing. Remember, he gets awarded the Intercontinental Championship, and
he was the champion for like 1 day or something like that, or
like 2 seconds. They awarded for him, and then like they make the match, and I think Razor fights him right after and takes it. From him.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, and then Bob Backlund was the short days champion. Yeah, so those guys, I remember they both were champion for like Intercontinental and World Heavyweight, but they were both a champion for a short period of time.
Yeah. Look, Dean does not look like he should be fighting fucking Razor Ramon. I'm sorry, but you know. He did awesome in ECW. He's Shane Douglas in ECW. He grabs the Eastern Championship Wrestling title, throws it in the garbage, and presents the ECW title. And they fucking pretty much screw. I forgot who it was. Whatever promoter it was out of. Well, they threw their title. They threw the NWA. They threw the NWA title in the garbage.
The Eastern Championship Wrestling NWA title, yeah.
Because the NWA was pretty much kind of dead at that time. It was just a name, but it still had some kind of weight because of the name. So
right.
So Eastern Championship Wrestling rose through with them, and then once they got big enough, they said, "Fuck you, we're Extreme Championship Wrestling." Threw the 10 pounds of gold in the trash, and here comes my favorite wrestler of all time, Razor Ramon. God damn, they missed so many opportunities with this guy. He's got the chains, and he loves gold, and he's got machismo. They never put the fucking world title on him. They never put the gold crown on him for fucking being king of the ring. Like, they missed so many opportunities.
And and you mentioned him and Diesel at SummerSlam. And they wanted to stay. That's the funniest thing with the NWO. They wanted to stay in WWF. They didn't care about the guaranteed money and all that kind of stuff. They just wanted a raise of what they thought they deserved.
Yep. And the WWF was not willing to budge. And you could say it's because of Razor's or Scott Hall's problems that he had, but Diesel got the same deal. Or maybe did
Yeah,
he leave because of the money already presented? I think he might have just left because
I
no, actually
think
I think he screwed. I think he screwed them in a way, didn't he? Didn't he say he wanted to go back to being a bouncer? Or no, that's what he did to WCW.
I think it was WCW.
Yeah, he told WCW he wanted to go back to being a bouncer, and then they gave him his leave, and then he went to WWF.
Yeah, because for Razor, I think Razor's his contract. He wanted to go to Japan and do some
He wanted
cross
to do both,
promotion.
yeah.
He wanted to cross promote in Japan or something like that.
Well,
And
first
Vince,
he wanted the money, and then they said no. Then he's like, "All right, then let me go make the money in Japan." And they're like, "Nope." And then he's like, "Then what the fuck?"
yeah,
Billionaire Ted took care of him, and I think that's exactly why Kevin Nash jumped over as well because of the money.
and Shane Douglas was a WCW guy too.
Yeah, yep.
He almost joined over with the Radicals back in 2000 or 99, whichever year it was.
Yeah, he almost jumped ship with the Radicals from WCW.
Not meant
But
to be.
they kind of screwed him out. They kind of screwed him on that one.
A lot of people don't like Shane Douglas though.
Oh man,
Oh
dude, that's
dear
gotta be so
God.
fucking. Look at this. See, this matchup kind of makes sense. Yoko versus Mabel.
No, this is the tag team.
Oh shit.
This is Jim Cornette's trying to find a replacement for Owen Hart.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would have made sense if they would have wrestled, but the tag team makes sense too. Two big guys.
Didn't they do that at WrestleMania one year? Oh no,
Yeah.
wait, that was Aki Bono and Big Show.
Oh, shit, I thought I thought they made but I thought they made these two guys. No, I think Conrad
think
on a
they-
podcast said it would have been a great idea, but they never did it.
I think I don't think they. I don't know if they even ever had a match. Because I think when Yoko was champion and was really big, Mabel wasn't there yet, and when Mabel was getting his push, Yoko was away from the main event status.
At the buffet table.
Yeah, he's got to get big, brother.
Well, no, maybe would have been there too. So maybe they did have their matches over the buffet table, over who got first.
WrestleMania 12. It's a pie eating contest. Yoko versus Mabel.
Who do you got?
Well, Big Daddy V, he likes the Lillian Garcia, his favorite pie. And Dean Doug's gonna get the win.
Psych. He might. He was Intercontinental Champion for 3 seconds. What is this? A fall away slam?
Yeah.
Or is it a Samoan Samoan drop?
No, someone drops when you have him on the back and you just
Okay,
fall
yeah.
backwards. Yeah, that's the fall away slam.
I need to go make my guy again, but I haven't played a 2K in a while. That's how I used to know the moves, because I used to go.
Oh, you went
move
through
by
the
move. Dude,
yeah.
it used to take me like 3 hours. I didn't care. I needed to make my guy. He needed to have the best moves.
That's it. You just putting some music or something or a little podcast on in the background and just have at it for a while.
5 hours later, you got a crazy ass dude. Well, like the last one was maybe 2K17, and then I bought 18. But like 18, you had to start like either paying money for the attire or the build up for the points was ridiculously long. And like I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I did the. I think it was $20. It was like the fast access thing or whatever, the accelerator thing. So I just threw that down. I mean, I got it like 2 years after it was released, I think. So instead of paying $80, I think I paid $20 for the game, so I could justify paying another $20 onto the game just because.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise you gotta play that game non-stop if you want to try and get enough points to get everything.
Yeah, that's why I didn't play 18. I played 17. 17 was fun because everything was unlocked for the creative characters, except like, certain specials and like ladder specials and weapon specials. Like I remember you had to unlock those with points, but like those are whatever. You can get through without having those, and eventually you'll add them.
The one thing I never liked was Razor getting a little cheeky there.
Yeah. Is that a position? Is that a position?
In 2K16, I loved it because it was the Austin storyline.
Yeah.
And I had a PlayStation 3, and it was fine. But when I got PlayStation 4, the game didn't work, so I ended up just getting the PlayStation 4 2K16. And all the controls are completely different. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why can't I, like, you gotta like use like the joysticks around and around to like break submission holds and stuff. And now I'm like, fuck this. I'm just like it's so frustrating. I want to be able like to tap the codes uh to get the submissions on those. I find that to be a lot better for the gameplay myself.
Mm-hmm. UFC like switching that shit on the submissions.
Yeah.
Once the ESPN one I think came out, once they took over the license and they switched the submission thing, which they said was better, but I'm like, I'm not getting used to this shit now.
No. Like was it UFC like 2008, 2009, and then UFC Undisputed? Those three,
Mm-hmm.
the submissions were fine because it was just easy, just rotate, and that was it. Just rotate, rotate, and next thing you know, it's like you have to land this ball into this area, and then you have to hold it, and then if they do it, then you have to move it. I'm like, fuck, that's like,
I was a black belt in that game. You had to get over 100 wins online.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm playing this game. Like, you're making this too realistic. Like, I'm sitting on a couch playing a video game. I'm not in an actual fight. I don't need to know all the technical things right here. Like,
I hated it, but I knew exactly what you needed to do in that game.
right.
What you needed to do was it was always whoever didn't get to pick Rampage first or whoever didn't pick Rashad first, you picked the other one. So it was always Rampage versus Rashad. Or it was always the same two characters in that weight division and no one veered off of those because Rampage and Rashad had the best takedowns. And if you picked either one of those, the first thing that anyone would ever go for was the takedown.
Go
And
for
then
the
once you're
takedown.
on the floor, they went for a couple punches. And if you got a couple clean ones in, you got a fucking knockout, like quick. Like
Right. Okay.
quick. So, like, I didn't like doing that, but I knew what I had to do, and everyone was doing that. So after like after like 10 losses of those, like the same style loss, double leg.
Punch,
They're
punch,
in my
punch.
guard, and
Yeah.
then they just punch me a couple times, and I'm done. And I was like, "Fuck this! I need to start doing that." So eventually, I learned how to stuff that, and eventually, I would get the takedown and just pound them out. Or you work your way to mount, to get better.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to keep on transitioning.
Yeah, but you get better positions and harder punches, but I was a black belt.
I saw that the 2K. I don't know, one of the designers or some guy who he put out a thing saying, I just got promoted in 2K, it's just some kind of like high up thing, and I'm going to be doing an AMA on the 2K series for WWE, and everyone was just roasting, being like, "Why is this game so shit? Like, why did you guys?" Like,
I'm in the groups, and everyone has the same thing, or they complain about that game so much, and to this day, is like. They're like, hey, should I get 2K20? It's only $20, and I'm like, only $20? Is it worth getting? And it's the newest game. It must be shit.
yeah. Like they've already announced that they're not putting out a 2K21 for the because they got to fix this stuff.
And usually, if that was the case, if they weren't putting out another title for like a while, they wouldn't drop the price.
Yeah, exactly.
The price would only drop if they had another game already in the works and kind of like in the chute, like already down the pipe. But nope, they didn't have.
And do you remember all like this because they had just moved over to Fox, and they're putting out all of those amazing promos with all like the old school, new school superstars all together, like some fancy party. Like they were going all out for this. And the day that the game dropped for the early release, everyone's like, the game froze. The game froze again. The game froze yet again. Oh, the graphics are terrible. Like, oh, there's glitches everywhere. Not bad for early release. We want to get those bugs fixed sooner than later.
Yeah, no, I heard that they fixed some of them, but for the most part, I still hear it has a lot of glitchy shit.
Yeah.
Dean Douglas is doing what he can, but like I think the size discrepancy is kind of really fucking him up in this match.
You can tell that Razor's doing everything to, and I don't want to say carry the match, but you can tell that he is trying to make Dean Douglas look better.
Well, like there was a couple botches, like when you were like when Razor was looking all cheeky and getting all cheeky with him, like scooting his butt up on him. It's because he needed Dean to shoot up the legs and get him under the armpit. Yeah, but like they kind of were out of place, and I don't know if it's Dean because he's kind of a little bit smaller and he's not as big as he should be to be handling a guy like Razor, and Razor's a guy that'll take it from you. He'll take what you're gonna give him, But if you're not fucking big enough, man, like you're not gonna be able to deal with the size of a Razor fucking
Right,
Ramon.
yeah.
He's a 6'8" fucking. He's like 280 pounds, man.
That's why when you take a look at Bret Hart and him at the Royal Rumble, you see how well Bret worked with him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the difference in talent between a Shane Douglas and a Bret Hart just by look at the common opponent. Look how well one guy made it look, and look how hard the other guy had made it look.
Hey, and don't get us wrong. Shane eventually he smoothens his style out more. He defines himself a lot more with his style. But this is early on in his career, and he's working with an oversized opponent, in my opinion.
And he's getting like a huge push right off the bat.
Yeah. And Razor's helping him. Razor's taking what he's got to give. But sometimes when you're
But like you
when
see,
gotta
like
give it
this, here,
sloppy,
like this Razor looks like he looks like how I looked when I was 8 watching TV laying on the ground.
yeah.
Like it doesn't look like he's in any pain.
Well, even look at this right here. It looks like Razor can just get up. It looks like the little brother on top of the big brother.
Yeah,
Razor's huge.
Here it comes. He's gonna get him in the electric chair.
That looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
That fall away.
Now you'll notice also that it's very obvious that Shane Douglas isn't wearing a cup, and Razor's head probably did a little damage there.
Ryan the Hog Watcher over here.
Listen. When he walks out, that's all you can see right off the bat. It's like, good God, man, put that thing away.
The commentators were like, that might have hurt Razor. I was reading the commentary. It said that might have hurt Razor as much as it hurt Dean. I'm like, nah, that hurt Dean way more than it hurt Razor. That was a nasty fall. But I guess the spot
like you said, 6'8". He just fell. His head fell like 8 feet to the ground.
And he hit first too.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing taken by Razor. He just kind of fell back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like the Razor's Edge where he's taking he's absorbing all the punishment.
Poor knees are fucked. This is a rare instance that you get to see the red Razor trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the blue ones I was talking about. It's SummerSlam '96 or '94, I think, that he wears the blue ones that they're releasing the toy figure of. I thought it was really weird that they're releasing the Legends with a blue Razor.
He did a lot of pink, and a lot of the black. That was like his go-to style for the most part.
Purple's pretty iconic too.
Purple, yeah.
I've seen green a couple times. Yellow.
I was gonna say I love the green because that was when he beat the model for his first Intercontinental title.
Razor reverses but he didn't get the 3 count. Only a 2.
Oh, here we go.
The ref is taken out. Dean Douglas throws Razor Ramon into was it Tim White?
Tim White, yeah.
Tim White was at the Daniel Bryan signing that I got my Daniel Bryan signed at.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah. Jesus was marking out. He's like, that's Tim White. And I'm like, what? Because I never paid attention to the referees when I was younger.
Right.
And I'm like, he looks familiar. I'm like, he looks like a referee. I don't know his name. And he's like, that's Tim White.
I always remembered Earl Hebner because he was like...
I think I took a picture of Jesus and Tim White.
Like Earl Hebner's like the referee. Like everyone knows, like, like the big name referee always, just because he's the most popular. But Tim White, I only ever started to know about Tim
Razor's
White.
Edge.
I think I told you about it. The suicide angle, where on WWE.com they kept on doing Tim White would just commit suicide, and this is where it turns on him, telling the kid to leave. Trouble in paradise.
Oh, fuck.
Shit, he flew.
Yeah.
Here comes the win.
This is a horrible roll-up.
Horrible roll-up, man.
Come on, Dean. The execution on that was horrible. So, Razor hits the Razor's Edge. Tim White is still out. Bob Backlund is holding Tim White or trying to wake him up. The kid comes and counts to 3 behind Razor's back. Razor gets up thinking it's Tim White. Sees it's the kid. Throws the kid outside of the ring all crazy.
He launched him.
Yeah,
he
launched
flew.
him. And then Dean Douglas did a shitty roll up and won. Pretty bad.
That was a horrible roll up.
Yeah.
Man.
You're an old man, Ric Flair. That's what he's saying outside because that's what he always said.
So this is you can start seeing the seeds planted for the 1-2-3 kid to become a heel. God, with this roll up, right? Oh.
He was too worried about the trunks.
Yeah, he was trying to get the trunk finish.
Instead of getting him
At least get
the roll and then go for
and
the
then
trunks.
grab it, yeah. Next time.
Yeah, he'll get it next time. Is he gonna apologize to the kid?
No.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh. Oh my god, this is like a graveyard school fight. It's like the one kid who took karate class starts throwing the random kicks. Like, come on, you want a piece of me? Cha cha. Like,
I saw that happen one time at school. What was it, like 6th grade? I guess they were all neighborhood kids, but like this rougher kid was picking on like this chubbier, like everyone picked on this kid because he had a high voice. I don't know. He had a really high voice.
You went to school with Martin Prince.
Yeah, dude, yeah. He had a high voice, so like people would pick on him. I didn't pick on him. You know, I wasn't a bully, but this guy was picking on him after school. I wasn't his friend. I'll tell you that much. But I didn't pick on him.
I just sat in the
I wasn't hanging
background
around with the loser, but I wasn't picking on him either. But like one time after school, the guy's picking on him, and the kid gets like in a karate stance, like the high talker.
Yeah.
Like in a karate stance, and the other kid's like just a rougher kid, and like he just punches him. That was it.
There was always that one kid in grade school that took karate that tried to always use it.
Yeah.
Maybe that is a tie. Maybe I'm just stupid. I think you're right.
A loosened tie? Maybe. I don't know.
I couldn't tell the first time.
Why is he wearing Shawn Michaels' hat and glasses? Those are Shawn's, right?
It's the product placement.
Okay.
You can get you get a Shawn Michaels hat, glasses, and a classic video for $25. What's a classic video?
I'm not reading the captions. I'm just like, what? What's this?
Shawn Michaels' classic video at this point would be he's the Rockers.
Doc Hendricks says Shawn Michaels.
Oh, there's the classic video. It doesn't have a label on it. I remember those tapes.
Dude, I put my tapes in a bin thing and I put them in the side because there's like a little side crawl space. I'm like, get this shit out of here. It's taking up too much toy shelf room.
Right.
So, bye-bye magazines. Put some Playboys away.
Yeah.
Put a lot of Playboys away.
I don't need them. Yeah.
I don't need them out. People grab them all the time. It's two cool dudes with attitude.
But look at Diesel's shirt.
What does it say? Cool dudes?
I think it's cool dudes with attitudes.
Oh my god. That's so dumb. Who came up with that stupid shit? I bet they did. One of those idiots did.
That was Diesel. That was his sixth move.
I bet you. He's like, I'm going to get this over like Big Sexy. Dude, you have guys in underwear calling you Big Sexy.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I'm good. Just don't call me that. I think it's the HBK gear that I have him in. The
turquoise, blue,
yeah, turquoise, light blue,
whatever it is. Yeah.
Because I have 3 HBK figs. One I don't like so much. He's a basic fig, but he's got the gear I like. He's got the red pants and the silver boots.
Oh yes, is this the
pirate?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the jacket match?
This is the jacket match.
So Le Pirate, what's his name?
Jean-Pierre Lafayette, something like that.
Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Yeah.
Because, he just had a Kiss My Feet match. Brett did. No, you're right. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Lafitte.
Lafitte?
I don't know. Bret Hart versus Jean Paul. It's not Jean Paul. It's Jean Paul. Jean-Pierre.
I love that Bret has no jacket too. It's like, come on, you only have one.
Was it the same one that Natalie has? Or no, she's wearing her dad's, right?
He has her dad's now, yeah. In his book, Brett actually talks about how much he enjoyed working with Lafette.
Yeah.
But he's like, I wish that the angle was better. Like, I'm fighting over my jacket. Like this guy's a great competitor. He was fun to work with. He was good in the ring, good chemistry. But they just gave us like the worst storyline possible.
Well, Macho Man fought Repo Man because he stole his hat.
He didn't steal it. He repossessed it. Those hats are expensive, Raph.
Yeah, I bet. Those fucking robes are like $3,000. A robe. Dude, that stupid ass Ric Flair I have with the black robe, it's a pretty cool Ric Flair. That I won't open up, that has the title, Black Robe. He's like $200 online. The Hogan right next to him, the Hogan 93, with the belt right before the Winged Eagle. No, sorry, that's not 93. Hogan.
That's 87.
Yeah, Hogan 87. Right before they make it into the Winged Eagle belt, with the ripped shirt bandana.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like $175 on Amazon right now. And I don't want. I decided not to open those, but I want that fucking Hogan on my display. God damn it! I guess
you gonna try and sell them?
No, but I don't want to open them. But I should probably just spend the $50 and get the Storm Collectibles because I have the Storm Collectibles NWO Hogan.
Right. Yeah.
With the boas and the.
That's a badass Hogan.
They have that same Hogan, but with the other gear. He doesn't come with a title though. That's what sucks.
No, there you go, Brett. You got your jacket. Now just leave.
He just throws it like nothing.
Yeah, he wanted it so bad. He gets it off, and just like tosses it like it's.
Yeah. What if one of the fans got it? Pretty sure security could have taken it away, but Oh fuck, Brett!
Yeah.
Calm down, dude. Over there, almost killing himself. Diving head first. I like this Brett gear. Not a lot of pink, a lot of black.
Yeah. I like the fact that he was okay to wear the pink.
Yeah. It just makes sense though when you're Bret the Hitman Hart.
But it's like you have Neidhart would wear pink, Bret wears pink, Razor. There wasn't a whole lot of guys that were willing to wear pink or even purple for the most part back then.
It's the Hart Foundation, baby. Wear pink or red.
Those early turquoise days back in the mid '80s.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't think they put it two and two together like Hart, pink.
And I don't want to say for sure, but I'm pretty sure that eye patch is legit.
Yeah, Bruce and Conrad joke about it all the time.
Do they?
Yeah, about Jean-Pierre being like a good wrestler for having one eye.
For having one eye.
Yeah.
Lost in a pirate battle, man. What do you want?
These are two Canadians, right?
I believe so. Carl Ouellette is from St. Catherine, Montreal. Yeah.
That was a pretty sloppy pin.
Yeah. So Ouellette lost vision in his right eye at the age of 12 after an incident with a pellet gun.
I don't know how that went down.
All I can think of was that Christmas Story. I want a Red Ryder BB gun. You're just gonna shoot your eye out.
Oof.
Ooh,
nice clothesline.
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre.
Do you want a mesh shirt like that to wear one day? Once the keto kicks in?
Does it look like I suck cock?
It's those boots too. Like those are like.
I didn't even notice them till now. Why are they thigh high?
Yeah. I don't like. I'm not too versed in pirate culture, but I don't think that they wore boots like that.
No.
Like when you're trying to battle and you got to try and run in that, I feel like you want to have your knees be able to move a little bit more than just.
Yeah, I'm not a pirate historian, but those don't look accurate to me. Now the eye patch, that makes sense.
Now imagine if he teamed up with Coco Beware, got to use the bird. They'd have Frankie.
Sometimes, they need better creative. They need us there sometimes.
That's it.
Fucking I read something about Helen. He's talking about Helen Hart.
He's still trash talking Hart.
He's trash talking
That's great. That's great.
Brett with the roll up, but only gets a 2.
Oh, this is the second last match already.
It's In Your House, baby. They're short.
Yeah.
Next match is the two cool dudes with attitude in a tag match, right? For the championship belts.
Yes.
So the tag team championships belts from Yokozuna and Owen Hart are on the line, but there's a stipulation as well for the other two belts: the World Heavyweight Championship, Diesel's World Heavyweight Championship belt, and Shawn Michaels' Intercontinental Championship are both on the line as well. So
yeah, I think it was the pay-per-view that we covered there with the two-man power trip. Same basic rule: whoever pins if Yoko pins Shawn, then he's the Intercontinental Champion, and his tag partner by default gets the heavyweight title. So I always like those. There's something fun about the heavyweight title being defended in a tag team match, because you always think that it is unlikely to change hands, but then WWF or WWE would throw you a curveball and they would actually change hands in a tag match sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I hate that Gronk is the fucking 24/7 champion. Speaking of championships,
the longest reigning 24. I mean, I guess it's pretty easy when you win the title and be like, all right, I'm going to play football. Can we have our title back? No. It's like Castro of The Simpsons. What title?
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but someone said, I think I told you, there's talking to some NFL guys like, man, I really hope he brings that title and uses it in a touchdown celebration. I'd love to pin him for it and become a champion during the game.
You know it's going to happen.
Oh, 100%, because it's Fox, right?
Yeah.
Fox will throw Tampa Bay on, primetime Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock, and Gronk will come out with the title.
Well, how many dumb fucking people have they had win it already? It's like, of course you're gonna have. Of course, with the opportunity now.
Well, what's her face? Maria. When she was pregnant, she was the champion.
Yeah, and
then her husband is like, no, you can't touch her. She's pregnant. Get away. And then he ends up pinning her when she's in the hospital. But this is like the hardcore title, right? Like everyone somehow would get a random reign with the title. Kelly was a fucking 24/7 champion. That was a rough spine buster.
Damn, so you still haven't seen The Dark Side of the Ring?
No. I know. I gotta get on that.
Dude, I had no idea that... I knew that they kept wrestling, but I didn't know that the wood was broken.
Oh, yeah.
There's blood still on the canvas from Owen. So, not to get too graphic, but, I'll go there anyway.
It's out there.
Do you know exactly what happened to Owen? Because I know he fell, and I know he died, and, I know the Godfather was like, or no, it was D-Lo, I think, that was like, I don't even want to think about that again. He's like, I do not want to think about that again. I don't know if did he fall face first or
he went down, and I want to say he hit a turnbuckle, or he hit the rope and snapped back and just smashed his head off the ring. So he fell 78 feet, hit the ropes of the turnbuckle and then smashed into the ring after that. And just the force of all of that just was too much. But, oof.
Yeah,
I forget where I was watching it. I think it might have been on the Bret Hart documentary from 15 years or so now that they put it out. But there is a scene where Bret is at Kemper Arena and he's in the he's where Owen was, and he's standing there and he's like looking down. He's like, I can only imagine what Owen was thinking looking down here, getting ready to do his entrance, and like Bret's like walking around and just like, ugh. When you see how like 7-8 feet sounds like a lot, but when you actually see it, it's so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oof.
No, it's pretty. It's a sad episode. It's a sad episode because the what ifs.
Well, that's it, right? Like, and he originally Owen wanted to have another superstar with him. Like he was trying to like be the Blue Blazer. He's a superhero who was saving some guy, and he was going to go down with him. And they decided that would be too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But then they also wanted to have like the harness. They wanted him to have only one harness instead of releases. Sorry, they wanted two instead of one, or one instead of two because it'd be easier for him to release. Because he was supposed to go down, and then maybe like 5 feet from the ring, he was supposed to let it go, quote unquote, early and fall.
Well, like the harness that's for human use and the one that they should have been using, you have to like go and you have to unclip it, and it takes like 2 to 3 seconds more because you have to actually go and do something with it.
Right.
The one that they had him use was like for a boat, and it was like a quick release one where like he had to like move a lever like or like for it to release it has to move in the opposite direction than it was going or some bullshit, so it's like really easy to unlatch. But the guy told him, hey, don't pull this one and you'll be fine, and that was never pulled. But the thing is, probably like a jerk or like anything, like something simple would have like opened that stupid latch that they used up. And like that's what Martha is pissed at, that the WWE did not use the people that they used to use, and they cut cost and they wanted to make it quicker, and instead of doing it right and dude, Jean-Pierre taking a fucking nasty fucking over the top spill. Brett just moved.
He just sidestepped it.
As a piece.
Yeah.
That's why she's pissed.
I mean, like
carelessness, and the fact that they fucking went on with the show, man.
Well, and that's the other thing too. Like, what do you do, right? Like, do you just send everyone home when you like? Do you like in that moment? Like, it's easy to look back now and say, yeah, they should have canceled it. But at that moment in time, he bounced really rough too.
Tell me that didn't misalign his back or something. Dude.
Yeah,
right on his ass.
But when you're in that moment in time, and you have to make that decision, like, do we continue? What do we do? Like, it is a hard decision to make. Like, I would never want to have to make that decision.
No, and then fucking poor Jim Ross having to commentate over that.
Well, I mean, you can watch the reporting. Jim Ross says, there's been an accident or whatever, and Jerry the King Lawler sits down, and you hear Jerry the King Lawler. I forget if his headset's on or if he just picks up. He goes, "It's not good. It's really not good." Like, Jerry the King Lawler got up and was like right there.
Well, and what's his name talks about it. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Like he like steps off kind of quick, and the head like you hear him off, and he's like, "It's not good." And then I think he leaves because they're asking Jim Ross for an update. They're like, "Jim, we need an update. Jim, we need give us an update, Jim."
Yeah,
because I think they're on commercial or something, and Jim won't give he's like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. There is no update, and like
right, yeah.
he says that King goes to the back like super pale, and I think D'Lo says that King goes to the back, and he just walks to the back, and he says he's dead,
Yeah.
and they're like, who's dead? And he's like, Owen's dead. And then he gives them that update, and he kind of just goes back super pale faced. And then there's actual footage of King after that, and like you could tell he's like
He's
in shock. So was Ross, but like
when he went down and sat beside after they finally got him like onto the stretcher and whatnot, and when Jericho goes and sits down, like he does not look right.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like
it's heavy, man. It's a heavy episode. I saw it once, and then I saw part of it again because they were replaying it on Vice, and I had Vice on, and I saw part of it. But like hearing his kids talk about him, I'm like, fuck, man. I'm selfish. I want him in the Hall of Fame, but those are his kids. They know what they're doing.
in time, I'm sure he'll get put in somewhat. They'll you know how WWE puts in like what 5-6 guys, and they're like, and here's another like list of 20 that don't get a chance to talk on stage, just like people who have passed away or had a small run or had a big run in a smaller organization kind of thing, and they kind of just like sneak them in there. I can see Vince McMahon be like, and Owen Hart.
So you mean like in the Hart Foundation, or like with China and DX this year?
You know what? Yeah.
Because they're actually I need to pre-order that fig. It's not coming out till like August, but China comes with the Triple H with the world title and the European title. So when she was bodyguarding him and Shawn.
Brett looked really good going through the ropes.
Yeah. He was kind of like laddered off of him.
The fans in the front row, they were just mimicking what had happened, dude. Yeah. So yeah, dude, we just watched it. So you don't have to show us.
What's Jean-Pierre going for? He's going to the top rope here.
He already hit that really nice leg drop that we completely ignored.
Oh, he was going for a headbutt, Simone drop? I don't know.
Splash?
Yeah, Simone splash or something?
Going for something.
He was Snuka?
He jumped.
Channeling his inner Snuka?
His inner Snook. He wasn't on enough coke. That's going to get enough height.
Double something.
It kind of looked like they were bumping chest.
Yeah, kind of double chest bump, and they both fall. Brett's locking in a sharpshooter from the floor.
Yep, one of my favorite ways he would do it was when he locks it in this way.
There we go. That roll looks realistic. More than not. What are the fans doing? They're getting ready for something.
They're getting ready to celebrate because he's in.
Yeah, because he's got him in the sharpshooter. The ref called the bell already. Why aren't they celebrating? I'll reverse it, Brett. I'll reverse it. Let him go. That's it. Yeah, the match is over, right? He gave up.
Yeah, the Jerry King Lawler. I wish I could walk around in a shirt, in a coat with no shirt on, like Jerry King, and just have my chest hair all exposed.
Oh, you can.
Sit down at a nice restaurant. I'll have the filet mignon.
To the victor go the spoils.
That's it. You got the coat. I got that coat.
Yeah, I got that Hitman coat. Yep, it's that coat. It's all sweaty, though, and oily. Why would he put it on? He's ruining the leather.
Brett's got to pose, brother.
Yeah, Brett must pose.
My son sounds like a chihuahua.
What's he up to?
Just barking. Or yipping.
You gotta teach him how to roar. I'm working on my roar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a mighty king.
Bulldog. There we go. There's the big reveal.
Cornette's faction. What do they call him?
Camp Cornette.
There we go. Camp Cornette. Camp Krusty.
Well, and it's funny because if you go by his nickname, it's Camp Corny.
Yeah. God damn.
I think I'm going to be skipping something to wrestle this from today. I don't know if I can sit down for an hour and a half to 2 hours of hornswoggle talk.
Oh, that's what they're gonna do, right?
Yeah. God, I love those tag titles, man.
I have them on display. I don't have them on Yoko.
You see, you don't even need the Oni. You just need the Yoko to hold it. You
Yeah.
can just say you can put on your display and say, this is Yoko from In Your House 3.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get your Davey Boy with the title and say, see, he stepped in.
She's got the Bret Hart glasses in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a girl.
The mom's trying to wave.
Yeah.
The mom's like, I understand that everyone else is on camera, but I'm here, dude.
Hey, Melandra Bray's got the title back. She had lost to some fat chick at the last pay-per-view.
Leilani, not now. Bertha Faye?
Yeah. How'd you know? You were watching it?
Oh, I know too much about early 90s women wrestling because there was only so many.
Yeah.
So like
I didn't know
title,
who that was. I'm like, who's this fat chick? I thought it was a jobber, and then Melandra Bray's lost, and I was like, what?
Then they had Bull Nakano.
I remember that name.
She was like the one that had like the hairstyle, almost like Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah. So she's just coming out to advertise that shirt?
Yeah. Why? Where's Sunny?
Melandra was sexy, but she was more a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Than sex symbol. She was sexy though.
She's a badass too. Like
she threw the WWF title in the garbage.
Well, I mean, like just like in general, like Eric Bischoff talking about her. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh yeah, like I brought her to WCW. Like I rode my motorcycle to her place, and we went on a motorcycle riding trip to talk and stuff, like and had some beers and some steaks. I was like, God damn, this girl's awesome. Like, how did they not utilize this? Like, if they had like a women's division like they did now back in the 90s, Alundra Blaze would have been like the biggest kick-ass superstar that they would have.
Corny and Yoko. So we were telling me is Eric Bischoff probably got a little bit of that Sunny? Sorry, Alundra?
Yeah, he probably felt the blaze.
Yeah.
Actually, that sounds terrible. Sounds like he caught something.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to catch the blaze on my cock. Like, what happened to it? Is it still there?
Yeah. He's like, we're good friends. Yeah, we all know what that means. Oh, Bulldog got a coat now.
Yeah, no flag.
Lots of tassels, though.
Nice Bulldog on the back.
Why are they singing?
What are they singing?
I don't know. Most of the time, it's just made-up songs.
Yeah, my niece, when I'm cooking, she just goes crazy, especially when she's eating candy. She's just.
Here we go.
What are they singing?
I have no idea. Just her own made-up song.
Yeah. My niece starts making shit up.
Yeah. How old is your niece?
7.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say it's like the 14, 16, whatever.
Those other
just
two.
start singing random songs. Like,
I don't deal with the other two. They're still fucking jerk asses.
Man, it's too bad.
Yeah, it's whatever. I try to be a good uncle. There's nothing else I can do. They don't want the
right.
They don't want the help. It's on them. They'll realize it when they're older.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, Sean comes out to the ring as a tag team, and his coming out separate. Like
HBK must pose.
I thought these two cool dudes with attitudes, they were.
HBK must pose, bro.
Yeah, but you
need the fireworks. Oh, no fireworks right now.
You got Diesel behind him doing that fist pump thing. Oh, now Diesel's gonna come out and do a striptease also.
Oh, no, I don't have this, Sean. I have the reverse of this.
Oh, this is a different one, yeah.
This is a pretty cool one, though.
There's the fireworks. Sean's like, you're 30 seconds late. This is going to be the worst Diesel outfit that we will ever see, I think.
You know who wishes there were 30 seconds late on the fireworks? Undertaker when he got
Undertaker,
when he got fucking sprayed in the face.
in the face. We watched that one too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even say two; it just says dudes with attitudes. They couldn't even put the number 2 before the D. Like,
they should release a figure of this and
no, they shouldn't.
a 2-pack of him and
Okay, that'd be pretty badass with all the
gear,
titles.
with the titles and the gear.
Yeah.
So you'll have Shawn with the black pants and the blue hearts, and then you'll have Diesel with all black, and then in outline blue it says "Dudes with Attitude." I'm pretty sure there's never been a Diesel with that gear, at least.
So there's the pose.
Why did Shawn have his belt? Come on, Shawn.
Yeah. You know what I used to love in the old video games when you could
Yeah, Gertrude, I'm so sorry.
you could switch up the entrances. So you'd have like Shawn's entrance where he's doing his sexy boy entrance.
Yeah.
You could you set it up so it'd be like Mabel would be doing it as he's walking out.
I always thought the NWO made a faction or something like that. Made it go black and white. The Finn Balor one was a popular one in 2K17.
Where's your ball?
You found a ball.
How's Connor doing?
Go get it. Go get the ball.
I need to play that ball with buddy.
Oh, that's right. You need your baby, buddy.
Let him watch wrestling with us.
Yeah, Connor, do you want wrestling? It's the main event.
It is the main event. 2 cool dudes with attitude.
Yeah, there's 2 dudes with attitudes, Connor.
Versus Yokozuna and the British Bulldog.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Mommy.
Who starts first? Oh, we need the kids. We need the.
Oh, Sean's got dudes with attitudes on his trunks too.
Oh, yeah, they need to come up with that gear. We need Connor for the kid audience.
Yeah.
They can't ban us. We're a kid friendly show.
See, that's what we should. You know, WWE. We should do the unboxing that they do with the parents, but WWE just sends me all these toys, and I can have Connor open them and play with them.
Mm-hmm. And just send me the mini belts.
Yeah, that's it.
Any championships on my guys. Like, I wouldn't mind having the tag team championships on Arn and Tully, but Arn and Tully are on my WCW display, so wouldn't make sense.
They're not the Brainbusters or the Horsemen.
Yeah.
Did they do the rock paper scissors that they used to?
Yeah, that's Sean won.
You know that there's backstage. He's like, okay, remember, Kev, you do paper, I do scissors. He gets out there to us, right? Like, God damn it, Kevin.
Yeah. I want to start the match. Yeah, I want to get that Sean, the Ultimate Edition, and it hasn't dropped.
Yeah.
I might just have to dish out the 30 for it. Ooh, nice flip by Sean again.
Again.
Reversing the Boston Crab attempt by.
Now, you know, this isn't fair because Bulldog was out there in a very.
Oh shit! Look at Sean. Hey, isn't that the exact WrestleMania spot?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Royal Rumble. Sorry.
He does this in every match after the
Yeah.
After that Royal Rumble, he started doing it all the time.
It was Bulldog and him, wasn't it? The last spots.
Yeah. Oh, that was weak.
Yeah. One punch knocked out Yokozuna after he had never been able to be knocked off of his feet ever.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Actually, a fantastic episode of Something to Wrestles when they're talking with the Lex Express. And they're talking about having to slam Yokozuna on the USS whatever, Independence, or I don't know, my U.S. Naval Fleet. But they get to the boat and it's like 100 degrees outside. It's 4th of July weekend and it's so hot on the tarmac for the boats. And Yokozuna's like, I gotta wear running shoes. Mr. Fuji's, oh no shoes. He's walking out there burning his feet. Mr. Fuji was outside laughing the whole time at him burning his feet.
Well, dude, asphalt gets hot as shit.
Yeah, and he's out there on his bare feet walking around because Mr. Fuji don't want him wearing running shoes. And yeah, like the whole premise was no one could slam him. No one could slam him. No one could slam him. And then all of a sudden, yeah, like you said, one punch, he's out.
Yep. I guess that diesel power, he turned it on. And Sean won't tag out.
Sean wants to
Challenge.
Sean wants to have a little sumo competition here. Yoko's like, this motherfucker for real?
I was like, yeah, right?
He's-
Does he know I'm fucking Samoan? I'm gonna fuck him up, eh?
Where's Carla? I've been in here the last 2 hours. Carla did not come in here. And this is the cameramen will run over like, here we go.
Where
Angle,
in the
give us the
world
angle we
is
want.
Carla San Diego?
Yeah.
Ooh, Brett going under the or Sean going under the legs of Yoko here.
Yoko's like, where did he go?
Yeah. Sean using his
Nice elbow.
Yeah, that was kind of stiff, but
Sometimes you got it, bro.
yeah. Sean working very fast. I know it slowed down once Yoko got tagged in, but him and Bulldog started off quick.
Yeah.
Sean's lightning fast with the jump off.
For some reason, I thought this was the pay-per-view that went black, but that one was in, I think, North Carolina. They had to do the entire show on Raw the next night.
Mm-hmm. They retaped the segments, right, and just added them in. Or something.
Yeah. Like if you watch it on the network, whatever In Your House it is, that's all they did.
Boom! Here comes Diesel power. I got 1 Diesel and 2 Kevin Nashes. NWO, brother. New World Order.
But what is this? Oh, you want to see King Mabel versus Yokozuna? In Your House 4.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
It's the main event for us next time?
That's not the main event. No, main event is Bulldog and Diesel for the title.
Poor Diesel.
But like you look at this, I'm just glancing ahead. The In Your House 4. You got Razor Ramon's doing double duty. Yokozuna's doing double duty.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Savio Vega's doing double duty.
So up until this point, we have Diesel was the heavyweight champion, and Sid Vicious wanted to get to Diesel, so he beat up his boss, who his boss was Shawn Michaels, which is buddies with Diesel. Couldn't get him.
That was.
He couldn't get Diesel up for the suplex or for the
Yeah.
suplex. Sorry.
There. He's got it.
Boom.
Damn.
The suplex. The stalling suplex.
Oof.
So Sid, in order to get to Diesel, attacks he's bodyguarding Sean at this time. So he attacks Sean. So since Sean and Diesel are friends, Sid gets a title match at In Your House 1. Diesel wins, and they have a title match at In Your House 2 again. Him and Sid. The rivalry continues.
Yeah, that was so it was a straight match the first time and a lumberjack the second time.
Mm-hmm. And then I forgot how these. I know it's because Sid had betrayed Sean. Is that why they became friends, or did Diesel come and help Sean out?
Diesel came
the
out
lumberjack match. Sean helped out.
Diesel came out to defend Sean after Sid attacked him, and then that's how they kind of like reconnected their friendship, I guess, because were friends. Turned Sean was like the face, and Sean was heel, but turned face at WrestleMania, and yeah, that just kind of leads into this one here, into this series of In Your Houses, where now they're both good guys. They both got the titles, and Bulldog turned on Diesel in a tag team match. I don't know why that leads to them having a tag team title match, since they weren't. Bulldog's not a tag team champion,
Mm-hmm.
so. Oof.
Ooh, Samoan splash by
There's
Sean.
not a lot of give on the human body like a rope.
Yeah. It's gotta hurt for fucking Nash to have someone jump off of you. You gotta
Oh, 100%.
the energy to push off of someone. You don't think about that.
No, yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
You're definitely crushing Nash down to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
see,
because you
let's
got
see.
you're
I'm gonna pay attention to Nash.
oh,
Oh,
he's really
Nash
he's,
kind of launched
he's,
him. If you,
he's gripping onto the ropes
Yeah.
to yeah.
Nash kind of launched him. He kind of flexed up and got hard. What?
There you
Yeah, the
go.
ladies do that for Sean too. Get hard. Or no, wait, sorry, other way around. Sean gets hard for the ladies, but this time Nash did. Hey, this isn't a smell my foot match. What the hell?
Sometimes you just got to make them remember. Where's...
Oh no.
So, at the next In Your House, it's Shawn Michaels versus Dean Douglas for the Intercontinental title. But it's the one where Shawn was attacked by Marines. And so when Dean Douglas comes out for his match, he gets awarded the title.
Yeah, so
and that's where Razor comes out. So
yes,
like,
so the story is Sean got beat up by Marines, and Bulldog was stuck in the car. He was too big to get out.
with the 1-3 kidder also.
And with
in there.
the kid passed out in the back.
Yeah.
And then Sean
And
got beat
Sean
up.
had like 6 or 7 Marines just kicking the shit out of him.
There was an actual guy that got charged, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. They I don't know if they got all of them or what, but yeah, they definitely.
Yeah, Sean said it was a bunch, but it turned out to be one, right?
Yeah. Although that's what the story goes. It's it could have been even 4. I don't know, but yeah, they always said I've always heard one guy was responsible for everything, but that there was a group of them. I don't know. I mean, not to make light of it, but I wonder if it's something to do like kind of like that cop situation in Minnesota where there's like 4 cops were there, but only one cop was actually doing something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so the other guys can't really. I don't know how law works and that kind of stuff. If you're just standing around not helping, are you
the one in Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
there's actual there's like a picture. I'm pretty sure it's not altered or anything. There's a picture of all 3 cops on dude. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, knees on the dude.
Oh, okay. Because I've only ever I seen
one of them standing because there are 4 cops. One of them definitely isn't doing anything. Well, he's not helping the guy that's being killed. That's what he's doing. He's not helping the guy that's dying.
Well, that's it, right?
Which he should be helping him. And the other 3 are they have their knees on him.
Right. Okay.
Unarmed, non-resisting.
Yeah.
Black man.
Following the rules and what they said. But I don't know. Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't know if it's something like that where just maybe if you don't do something but you're there, you can't be charged with certain things. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't know how the law works, but yeah. Either way, Sean went to a bar, mouthed off, and turns out, professional wrestlers always had to be the toughest guys in the bar. And apparently Marines are tougher.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Yokozuna and Bulldog are really working on Sean here. They've isolated him to their corner, and they have not let him tag in
Big Daddy Cool.
Yeah, Big Daddy Cool.
Bulldog waving the Japanese flag.
Earlier trying to snatch away the...
Oh, you got the American flag?
Yeah.
I want to get, like, on Canada Day, like, they go on 4th of July, they put like, those little tiny flags. This goes, do.
Is your Canada Day the 4th of July as well?
First.
Or do you guys celebrate Bastille Day?
That's only in Quebec. But yeah, I want to get one of like those little paper Canadian flags that they give out at all the parades on Canada Day for my Bret Hart figure. So I can have
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
There's a really expensive defining moments Bret Hart like that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
He's a rare fig. Ooh, that bonsai.
Good thing Sean moved. Sean had to make sure he was right on time for that one.
Yeah.
Yoko is out.
Yokozuna.
You sound like Shredder. Or actually maybe more like Splinter.
When I was a young rat,
Yeah.
4 young turtles.
I love it in the movie too. The rat's like doing the karate moves.
Yeah. Dude, GameStop's opening up actually the 29th, or I think stores are opening up the 29th. I need that Shredder and that Splinter. I have 3 foot that I opened 2 and I can open 1 more, and then I'll still have the whole set on card. So they'll be sealed, and then if I can get a Shredder, a Splinter, and then I still need the 3 other turtles, but like right now the Shredder and the Splinter were available before we went on lockdown. So I'm hoping I can get them.
Are they doing curbside, or are they doing like people in stores?
No, they've been doing curbside pickup, but I think they're gonna open up the stores like third capacity maybe. Just count people in. Just do a counter.
That's like I went to I think it was Walmart the other day to grab something, and yeah, they had the girl there with her cell phone. Every time someone walks in, she just hit a button, and you just see the number climbs. And then because you can only go in one door and out one door, right? So if someone leaves, you hit the X, or the minus. Someone walks in, you hit the plus.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty easy.
Brutal over there.
It's a pretty easy system.
You would think, right? It's like a working at a nightclub.
Yeah.
Just have the click, 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 done.
Oh, corny. Getting fucked up.
Oh, here comes Samoan drop to Diesel.
Lazy ass Samoan drop. Couldn't get him up.
Nope. Sean's gonna go after.
Sweet chin music on Yoko. Get out of there, cool dude.
That's it.
Nah. There you
go.
And
Shawn Michaels breaks it up with the flying elbow drop.
God.
Who's coming down? Owen.
Ooh,
Owen beat it.
The King of Hearts. Do you remember the Raw game?
Oh yeah.
When you picked Owen and you did his finisher, he would turn into a tornado.
Yeah. That was the.
Wait.
Yeah,
Owen wasn't in the match.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
And I think this is where the titles get stripped.
Like right after?
Yeah, because that's the argument they make. They're like, he pinned Owen, but Owen wasn't in the match. Hey, there's your Razor Ramon.
Oh, that'd be so cool if I get one of those foam hands, I guess.
I'm going to say, there's your Razor Fuzzy, but that sounded weird, so I don't know what to call it.
Your Razor foam finger, I guess?
Foam razor?
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. But yeah, they're going to come out and say, I wasn't part of the match, so how could I be pinned? They only have one tag title because Yoko came out with only one. How corny is that? Come on.
Come on, fucking Diesel. Let Shawn hold it. He's got the IC belt. You got the World Heavyweight belt. Oh, so you get 2? You get the whole 2? You fucking jackass. And then he's doing them 2 in one hand.
And he doesn't even hold them up.
What a jerk. What a jerk. Oh, there.
There you go.
Some of the, possibly the nicest, like you said it last week, but we get to see a picture of them all right there. Yeah. The World Heavyweight Winged Eagle belt, the IC belt from, the 90s with the black strap.
Yeah.
And the beautiful tag team championship, classic tag team championships.
Like that IC title goes, I think, from like 90, actually probably in even the late 80s. And, they changed the strap color a bunch throughout the run, but they always had that plate, and that plate is the best plate.
Mm-hmm. They did have a little bit of modification in the beginning. It had a red outline WWF,
right?
The one that Macho Man used to have, the one that he fought Steamboat with. That one had
it
had a little red F after, and I think Jake the Snake had that same belt. But
no, Jake never had a title.
He never had the IC belt.
He never had any titles.
Damn, I thought he had the IC belt. He might have just fought Macho for the IC belt. But that belt that Macho had, it had the
Had that, yeah, I remember.
red
I
outline.
remember. I can see Steamboat holding it with the red WWF on it. Like you were saying.
And I don't know if they eventually take off the WWF or they just have it regularly outlined, like just in gold.
Right. So Bulldog did change his pants too in this match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were yellow and red this time, right?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot, kid.
He launched him though. I still can't get over how far he flew.
He's like, get out of here, little booger.
Well, you said that Scott Hall's like the big brother, right?
God damn. Oof. Well, that was another In Your House 3, guys. Stuck. FHP. Stuck in Your House 3.
Stuck in Your House 3.
Yeah. Titan Sports right here. Owen should have come out with the belt. God damn it. If they knew they were going to drop it.
I'm surprised they didn't just have Jim Cornette carrying the other one or Mr. Fuji carrying the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Since it was supposed to be the tag title match, I don't get why they wouldn't have it.
Oh, you mean like when Kofi won it and for some reason it instantly changed from Daniel Bryan's green belt to back to the gold belt?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Ryan, that was another In Your House. It was a fun In Your House, even though it was weird. Like,
it's funny, because you start seeing these In Your Houses, and I was looking forward to number 4, and seeing all these guys that are getting asked to do double duty. It's like they probably had some releases right around now. They need to fill some space.
yeah, there was too much double duty for not being a tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Tournament
but
show, and it being a short show too.
The Bulldog one, I guess, makes sense because he had just turned on Diesel the previous month.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't make sense to insert him into that title match, but the two dudes with attitudes are now they got all the gold.
Yeah, they got all the gold. The Click makes the rules. They run the show, baby.
Who's better, 2 dudes or the 2-man power trip?
They both had short runs, right?
Yeah, they both didn't have all the titles for that long.
I'm gonna have to go with the 2-man power trip just because 2 cool dudes with attitude sounds so stupid.
I think the name hurts them more than anything. Like Diesel and Shawn could have just come out.
Just anything, dude.
Just come out as Diesel and Shawn. You don't need to have the power trip even. Just call yourself the Click. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, they had used it a couple times. They had hinted at it.
Yeah, just say, hey, we're here. We're the Click. I think I was telling you, I was just watching the other day the very last Razor pay-per-view where he loses to Vader, and Shawn defends the title against Diesel, and Diesel's going to WCW also, and Diesel comes out, takes off his vest, and just whips it at McMahon. And Lawler starts laughing, like, oh, he hit you with his jacket, blah, 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 blah. And I'm watching, like, oh, fuck, he meant to do that. He's like, you should have kept me my money. Should have given me my money. It's like, oof.
Bitch better have my money.
Yes, sir. If not, you're going to be going to WCW, making that big, that Atlanta money.
All right, Ryan, you got any final words for these beautiful people? The beautiful people. Ah, ah.
Well, SmackDown, eh? Just in time for SmackDown to start, too.
Yeah, SmackDown's about to start in 5 minutes. So.
Yeah, no, honestly, with everything that's happened this week, just love people, man. It's just getting sickening every day to see these nonsensical stories that shouldn't be happening in 2020. Like, it shouldn't have happened in the 1900s. It definitely shouldn't be happening in the 2000s. Like, smarten up, people. Just, I'm not religious, but love thy neighbor. That's all it is.
Well, the world's all backwards and fucky right now, but we still got wrestling to try to get.
Still got wrestling.
So, please subscribe to the podcast and watch wrestling with me and Ryan. Me and Ryan break down or watch wrestling. It's pretty fun. I like doing it, and I'm gonna keep doing it as long as Ryan wants to do it. So, please subscribe to the podcast and check out Football on Full Heel. That is Frankie's podcast about soccer. They talk about Champions League, La Liga, Serie A, Liga MX, MLS, Bundesliga. They talk about all that good stuff.
And they're slowly all coming back.
Yeah, they're all coming back. So go ahead and check them out. They give you weekly picks, and they let you know who's ahead between their picks. I guess they pick like 4 different teams, and all 3 of them host it, and they give you their picks. And I don't know who's in the lead. I think Andres has been doing pretty good recently.
I think they said Johnny had a good week the other week.
Okay.
The week that he wasn't there, somehow he won.
He didn't give picks, that's why he went.
Yeah.
Because all
By
went
default.
negative or something. I don't know. Something happened. Yeah, so please go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. I love you guys. And me and Ryan will see you guys next time on the Full Heel Podcast. Peace out, guys.